Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Thursday morning. It's Stephen Whiteside here from the uptrend.com. In the pre-market this morning, stock index futures are quite volatile. The Dow futures have been down 450. They're currently down 350. They've been all over the place over the past couple of hours. The market is being led lower by the NASDAQ in percentage terms on Thursday morning. Now, we do get jobless claims coming out at 8:30 this morning, and those numbers could certainly change the direction of the market. And we also get international trade and productivity costs all at 8:30 this morning. But the big one, of course, is going to be the jobless claims. Now, yesterday on news that Trump was going to do something with tariffs for the auto industry, we saw a pop in the auto stocks. Ford was up. It's down in the pre-market this morning. General Motors was up yesterday, not enough to give us a new buy signal, but it's down in the pre-market. And Stellantis was also up nicely yesterday, but unfortunately, it's giving up some of those gains in the pre-market, and certainly no change in trend for Stellantis coming into Thursday's trading action. Looking at the VIX, we had a pullback in the VIX yesterday and a pullback in the VIX ETFs. So if you're trading the VIX in New York, we hit 53.13 the other day. You should have an order up there at the 56.25 level. We traded through that number back in December, so that is certainly a doable number. And then looking at the VIX in Toronto, we hit 936 the other day. You should have an order in up at 977. We hit that number back in December as well, so that is certainly a doable target. Now, Bitcoin is up in the pre-market this morning by $1,000 or so. So there's certainly the mathematical possibility of a buy signal if the Bitcoin could close above $92,956. And if that were to happen, you would get corresponding buy signals in the ETFs as well. And of course, at the same time, you're probably going to get sell signals in the bear ETFs if Bitcoin holds its gains going into the close. Now, we do have a couple of Bitcoin-related stocks back on buy signals as of Wednesday's close, starting off with Mara. We were looking for a close above 1508. We closed at 1512, so a very light buy signal there. Compare that to MicroStrategy, which is back on a buy signal as of Wednesday's close. Next up, let's take a look at the world of crude oil, and it hit a new low for this move on Wednesday. It is up slightly in the pre-market this morning. So you are either short crude oil right now or you're long the bear ETFs. In Toronto, we hit our next price target yesterday of 703. So congratulations. You got filled. Hopefully you've got another order in there up at the 781 level. Then in New York, we hit our next price target of 1953 and it got as high as 1957. Our next target to the upside is 2031. Now, energy stocks have also been trading lower, so the bear ETFs in the energy sector have been trading up. On the TSX, we're stuck at the 29.69 level. 31.25 is our next target. In New York, we're trying to get to 26.56. Is that a doable target? Well, we traded up to that level back in December and slightly above it. So that is certainly a legitimate target to the upside for the U.S. energy sector bear ETFs. Now, looking at the Canadian market, the TSX 60 and the TSX Composite both traded up into the open gap yesterday, so closing above the previous day's high. That looks pretty bullish, but we did have a bunch of inside days. There's an inside day for the energy sector. There's an inside day for financials. Gold stocks, on the other hand, generated a buy signal as of Wednesday's close. Not much room to go there to get up to the recent high. It's not something I would really aggressively chase. Of course, if you've been short gold stocks, you want to buy back that position and get out of that short position on Wednesday morning. Then looking at the infotech sector, we did close above the previous day's high, but again, it's infotech that is leading the market lower in the pre-market on Thursday morning. Looking at the U.S. market, the Dow was able to trade above the previous day's high, but not close above it. Inside day for the SPY, inside day for the NASDAQ 100, for the Russell 2000, for small caps, micro caps, all having inside days. There's a new low for the U.S. energy sector on Wednesday. We had a new low for the financials before recovering. And the semiconductor stocks actually had an inside day on Wednesday. So certainly no change in trend for any of those indices coming into Thursday's trading action. Just a couple of more charts this morning. The US dollar index has been tanking over the past couple of days, and we've seen money go back into the euro, which has been spiking. The Canadian dollar, even under the threat of tariffs, is holding up fairly well at the moment. Then looking at bonds have been trending higher over the past week. There was a pullback yesterday. Yields moved up yesterday, but certainly no change in trend. And then last up, we saw a big pop in copper yesterday. We saw gold close higher on the day. It is currently trading lower in the pre-market this morning, so it's still on a short-term sell signal, certainly still on a long-term buy signal. And then the price of silver moved up on Wednesday. It is back on a buy signal as of Wednesday's close. Okay, folks, that is all for this morning's presentation. It's very volatile out there in the pre-market this morning. Dow futures currently down about 350 points. In percentage terms, it is the NASDAQ that is leading the market lower. We do have those big economic numbers coming out at 8:30 this morning that could certainly change the direction of the futures or accelerate them to the downside. You have a great day. Next time you'll hear my voice is on Friday morning, and at that time we'll go through the most actively traded stocks from Thursday's trading action.
Thanks for tuning in until the very end of today's stock market timing educational video. If you found the content valuable, don't forget to express your support by hitting the like button, leave a comment, sharing with your friends, and subscribing to our channel for more insightful updates. Remember, in the world of stocks, timing is crucial, and following the trend can be your greatest ally. If you would like more information on how we can help you better time the stock market, please visit theyuptrend.com.